Hello students, this is Ankit Thukral from Edupedia World. Students, since the prior sessions, I have been discussing on sources of business finance. I am into the various sources of business finance, owner's fund and borrowed fund. In the previous session, I had discussed on borrowed funds, loans from financial institution. Today I will talk on loans from commercial bank. Let me tell you what is the origin of the term bank. The name bank derives from the Italian word banco, B-A-N-C-O, desk oblique bench, means bankers who used to carry out their transactions on a desk covered by a green tablecloth. How the terminology of commercial bank started. Now let's see what is commercial bank. A commercial bank is a type of financial institution that provides services such as accepting deposits, making business loans, and offering business investment products. Commercial bank can also refer to a bank or a division of a large bank which more specifically deals with deposits and loan services provided to corporations or large middle-sized business as opposed to individual members of public or small businesses. This is what commercial bank is. Now, what are the commercial banks? An institution which perform functions of accepting deposits, granting loans and making investments with aim of profits. The profit is the main aim of the commercial bank. That's why they're called commercial. Students, you must have heard the name State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, Syndicate Bank, Allahabad Bank, Canara Bank. So these are all government banks. And in the private sector, there are banks also like ICI Bank, IDBI Bank, Yes Bank, etc. These are the examples of commercial banks in India. Let's see what is the role. The general role of commercial bank is to provide financial services to general public and business, ensuring economic and social stability and sustainable growth of the economy. So main purpose is to provide advances, borrowings to the business as to increase the economic growth, bringing social stability and further growth of the economy of the country. In this respect, credit creation is the most significant function of commercial banks. Credit creation means giving loans, advances to the businesses. While sanctioning a loan to a customer, they do not provide cash to the borrower. Instead, they open a deposit account from which the borrower can withdraw. In other words, while sanctioning a loan, they automatically create deposits known as credit creation from commercial banks. This is the role of the commercial banks. Now let's see what are the features of commercial banks. Number one feature is extend loans. Banks extend loans to firms of all sizes and in many ways, like credit facilities against bank deposits and further overdrafts, etc. Another is loans for short-term and long-term. Usually commercial banks provide funds for short-term and medium-term basis. However, new banks have also started extending loans for longer period. Another feature is interest rate. Interest rate charged by banks depends on factors like period of finance, amount of loan, characteristics of firm, interest rate in the economy, etc. etc. Next feature is repayment of loan. The loan taken from the banks can be repaid either in lump sum or in installment. This is depends upon the type of loan and type of credit facilities extended by the bankers to the borrowers. Another feature is security against loans. Loan is generally provided on the security of assets of the firm or stocks of the firm, which may be called as a hypothetically against stock, loans against stocks, etc., bills, etc., and for other purposes. So let us see what are the advantages of loans from commercial banks. Number one is economical. Bank loan is a cheaper source of finance as no expense is incurred on underwriting, issue of prospectus, etc., which otherwise companies issues prospectus for getting issued shares to the investors. So that is a long process. Here it's a very simple and economical process. Another advantage is maintain business secrecy. The secrecy of business can be maintained as information supplied to the bank by the borrower is kept very confidential. Bank is not supposed to leak out any business secrecy to the another third party. So next is less formalities. Bank loans can be easily raised and it does not require formalities like issue of prospectus or underwriting, etc. Next is flexible source. It is a flexible source of finance as banks provide timely assistance to business by providing funds as and when needed by it. Loan can also be repaid when there is no need of funds. Let us see what are the limitations. Number one is short-term financing. Bank loan is generally available for short period and it is uncertain and difficult to extend or renew the loan. Only the loans are renewed under very dire circumstances where the business needs it and approval is taken by the higher authorities by the commercial bankers. Another is process is difficult. Slightly the difficult procedure is there. The procedure of obtaining bank loan is difficult as bank often make detailed investigations about the company. And nowadays in the industries so many frauds are happening. So the bank makes so many procedures which is difficult to process and they take time also. So that's why called it is a process is difficult. Another is restrictive clauses. Sometimes bank also impose restriction on the borrower. For example, bank may impose restriction on sale of mortgage goods. So these are the limitations of loans from commercial banks. Now students, after discussing loans from commercial banks, let us see another source of borrowed fund. Another source is public deposits. Now students, what is public deposits and what is the role of public deposit? Public deposits refer to the unsecured deposits, means there is no security for deposits invited by the companies from the public mainly to finance working capital needs. Any business house requires working capital for day-to-day requirements, so they take deposits from the public and that finance working capital is financed. A company wishing to invite public deposits makes an advertisement in the newspaper. Any member of the public can fill up the prescribed form and deposit the money with the company. So public deposits are the deposits raised by organizations directly from the public. Under this method, companies inviting public deposits are required to advertise publicly along with its financial position. Public deposits can take care of both medium and short-term financial requirement of a business. Such deposits are beneficial to both the depositor as well as to the organization. What are the features of public deposits? Number one is period. Companies generally invite public deposits for a period up to 3 years, 1 to 3 years. Another is procedure. The company issues a deposit receipt which is an acknowledgement of the debt taken by the company, that is a procedure. Any person who is interested in depositing money can do so by filling up the prescribed form. Another feature is acknowledgement. Company when issues a deposit receipt which is treated as an acknowledgement of debt taken by the company. Another is interest rate. Interest rate offered on public deposits are usually higher than that offered on bank deposits. Another feature is economical. Public deposits are economical for the company as interest rate on deposit is less than the cost of borrowing from banks. Another is regulation. The acceptance of public deposit is well regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. So these are the features of public deposits. Now let us see what are the advantages of taking loans from public deposits. Number one is simple procedure. It is a simple procedure of raising finance and it does not involve legal formalities and does not contain restrictive clauses or conditions like in case of any other loan agreements. Next feature is advantage is economical. It is an economical source of finance as cost of obtaining deposit from public is generally lower than the cost of borrowing from banks and financial institutions. Another advantage of public deposit is no charge over assets. The public deposits are not secured by any charge on the assets of the company. The assets can be used as security for raising loans from other sources. Another merit is no loss of control. The control of the company is not diluted as the depositor do not have voting rights. This is in favor of company. So these are the advantages of public deposits. Now let us see what are the limitations of public deposits. Number one is unsuitable for new companies. This method is not suitable for the new concerns because of lack of public confidence in their sound standing. What is the credit rating? What is the standing of the company? Not suitable for those companies. Unreliable source. It is an unreliable source of finance as the public may not respond when the company needs money because public do not know what is the credit standing of the company. So it's an unreliable source for those companies. Another limitation is not suitable for long-term financing. Whenever long-term finance is required, this public deposits is not at all suitable. Public deposits are generally available for short periods although they can be renewed, but it is unwise for the companies to rely on them for long-term financing. Next limitation is limited funds. This source is suitable to raise limited funds. It becomes very difficult when large deposits are required. So students, we have covered loans from commercial banks and public deposits. If we compare after these two, which is better one, I think commercial banks, loans from commercial bank is the best suitable course of action for the new businesses also and for the old businesses also. As since bank extend loans to firm of all sizes and in many ways, they provide finance in the form of cash credit, overdraft, term loans, discounting on bills, etc. So all type of facility is provided, all type of activities, creativity is provided by the banks. Further, interest rates charged by the banks depends on the factors like period of finance, amount of loan, characteristics of firm, interest rate in the economy, etc. So the best course of action is for the new businesses, go for the commercial banks. Anyhow, there are advantages of and limitation of commercial banks also as well as public deposit also. So that's all for the today. Let us wind up today and see in the next chapter we will see for the other sources of borrowed fund in the under source of business finance. That's all today. Thank you. Bye bye.